Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. In today's video, we are going to take a close look at the Thrustmaster T128 for Xbox and PC. Okay, so one of the things I was really curious about is how strong this force feedback is. So with the Forza 7 Motorsport, we're also going to be using some shifters. And I must say, when you're actually going to be playing, it doesn't really feel that bad. I personally prefer to have a metal shifter with a micro switch underneath. Alright, so let's get into the game. I'm also very surprised with the force feedback. It's very responsive. I do feel a lot of details. Let's bash the guy. Yeah, nice. But would this be a racing wheel where you need the shifter itself? It depends. If you want to have a shifter in general, yep, that's going to be absolutely something you should buy separately. But so out of the box, nice feedback for actually a budget racing wheel. The comfortability when it comes to, let's say, the racing wheel itself, it feels quite comfortable to hold. I do feel all of the details, especially when you're getting into the corners. Oh, there we go. Oh. And particularly with the smaller details, I find it very pleasant. Of course, there is all different ways you can actually adjust the wheel itself. You can get into the options, but just with the normal settings, I'm absolutely surprised how good it actually feels. The next game I wanted to check out is Dirt 5. I love this racing game, but this is absolutely important that you have good force feedback. And the reason why, you just need to feel everything in the game. This is a very, let's say fast-paced arcade/simulation racing game. Oh, with cheesy computers. Oh. But the force feedback is not disappointing here. I do miss out a lot of details. You can just, when you're getting into the corners, you can just feel the steering wheel steering against you. But I have noticed with, let's say, other games and other racing wheels that the combination, sometimes you have all kinds of crazy details you can feel because you're driving on gravel, sand and asphalt and everything else. It's a lot of fun, but I think with these racing wheels, this is a great example that these games can be played just fine, but for more detailed, we need to have a different racing wheel or better configuration in general. So one of the things is when you're going to be launched yourself, yep, that's the way. If you're going to be launching yourself from, like, say, the bridge, getting back on the ground itself, that were the moments when you just feel the feedback of the wheel differently. And I had exactly that experience. Only when I'm jumping or bouncing on the ground, I only felt that minor, let's say, bump. Maybe we can adjust it when it comes to, let's say, the software or the program inside of the game itself. But out of the box, this is absolutely a lot of fun. Another game I love to try is Formula 1. And the reason why, because here we can just actually see how strong the force feedback is and how responsive the wheel is. I can tell you this wheel is crazy when it comes to, let's say, the force feedback. It responds very narrow. And this is absolutely one of the better tests. Let's use the brakes. Okay, next up, let's go to the other corner. And I'm quite surprised how strong the force feedback inside of this thing is. You do feel all of the bumps and craziness. There we go. And I can really enjoy myself with some Formula 1 over here. I realized one thing. My wheel came loose. What the heck is going on? It's the first time. Okay, let's tighten it up a little bit. That's how strong it actually is. Okay, there we go. Attempt number 2. I've been trying a couple of games, no problem, but this engine, this Formula 1 in combination with a strong motoring inside, you need to tighten it up really good on your desk. Oh, there we go. But one thing is for sure, playing Formula 1 with a T128 is a possibility, and you need to assemble this thing. to your desk as it should be. All right, there we go. Oh boy, this game is so much fun. So let's see how it will react when it comes to this game. I've been playing these Hydra thing clone games a lot on the arcades. And what I've mostly noticed is that with the arcade games, of course the games are battle compatible with the racing wheel because they made for those. But I do have some feedback going on, especially when you're going to be doing a U-turn. Oh, there we go. Okay, so getting into the airtime, it indeed like reacts to the force feedback. I'm missing out some details, but besides that, it's a lot of fun. There we go. Woo, first person is crazy. Whoa. So to begin with, let's take a close look at the wheel itself. So the way how this thing is made is kind of disappointing with all plastic. And it's kind of disappointing because when you're looking at the motor itself, it's very responsive in combination with all of the different games we've played. And I loved all the overall, let's say, compact design. The shifters, they work great, but yeah, it's not the overall, let's say, experience you want to have.